That's good. And don't take this the wrong way, but I love the fact that you're not too tall. I really, and I've got heels, so
No,
just pointing that out.
As cricketers go, I'm not one of the tallest.
Yeah,
so.
no, it's good because usually I struggle.
I was about to say Kyle Jamieson up there, or you struggle with
Boyd
them.
Rankin.
Boyd Rankin, you would struggle, yeah, that's true.
I've got a photo of me with Boyd Rankin that I will show you later where I genuinely look like Frodo's little sister.
But yeah, it's funny, some of the photos, I don't realise how short I am, because I'd call myself average height, but like when I bat with Harry and George Docker, like they're 6'4", 6'5", like, so then sometimes you do see it and I'm like, what's up, guys? But yeah, other than that, it's actually not too bad.
No, well, of course it's not. Cricket should be for everyone,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, short people, small people, big people.
Well, there aren't not too many. But I would definitely be on the short side as well. So anyway, we are recording. Just so you know.
Yeah. Right. Side note, by the way, I'm actually very tall.
I am wearing stilts right now.
Yeah.
Massive stilts that are at least 1 metre tall, just so that I can be in frame with you.
Correct.
I thought I'd have a little bit of a chat with Curtis Campher before we head into the test here at Lord's between England and Ireland. How excited are you?
Yeah, really buzzing, to be honest. It's been a nice build-up. We were out in Essex for a few days and that was nice hit out and got to train and get over here and actually be in the sun for change. So yeah, it's been great, great weather so far, and hopefully, touch wood, it stays as good.
Oh, don't start me. I've been freezing since I got here. I made the rookie error of coming over and not bringing enough warm clothes. So for the first time in my life at Worcester yesterday, I went and bought club merchandise. That's against my religion, and I had to do it because I was effing freezing.
Yeah, my parents are over and they're from Joburg, and they said it's so cold here. And I was like, what do you mean? The sun's out, it's beautiful. There's a fresh breeze, but I would call it a really nice day today.
Okay, that is a sign that you have embraced your Irishness.
Yes,
then,
indeed,
isn't it?
indeed, yeah. Being over there for 3 years, you pick up a few things, and one of it is to cherish the sun.
What else have you picked up, or what have you jettisoned? Because having spent some time in South Africa for the first time, there are a few things that South Africans always say, and you've picked up an Irish accent very quickly.
Yes, I have, yeah.
Has that been on purpose?
No, I think it's actually, I lived with three friends. Two of them played cricket and one of them works at BDO, and they're all Irish, so for like 2 years I didn't go home for COVID and stuff like that, so basically through that whole time there I was just living with them.
Right.
So that's basically how it came about, is I think that I didn't go home for that time, and I think when you're younger you just pick it up.
So you pick things up. Here's a real test. Here's a real test. Do you still say how's it?
So funny enough, Craig Young in the team has this accent, and whenever I see him he goes, how's it? So that's his saying, and whenever I see him he goes, how's it? And he goes, I get that.
Yes.
And I would be like, no, it'd be more, how's it? But he goes with a proper, tries to put on the big Blood Diamond movie, if you saw that.
I did see that movie. So you don't say it?
I wouldn't normally say how's it, no.
Okay,
but
what about 100%?
Yes, 100% would be said. I think the more I've spent in Ireland, more time there, it's more grand now. Grand is the word.
Right.
So just if anything's good, it's grand.
So it's not 100% grand?
No, it's just grand. Yeah.
What are some other, what about, you shouldn't do something, you must do it.
You must, definitely. If you come across any South African, they'll tell you what you must do and what you mustn't do. And that's definitely one of the big ones.
And what about a bit of shame?
Yes, definitely. I think people like think it's really rude. Like, people like, what do you mean shame? What do you mean shame? Nothing's wrong. But it's just like a term of like endearment. If you're telling a story and something bad happens, I go, oh, no shame.
I get in trouble. I've once tweeted that it was a shame that I think it was Jinku Rahane got out in the 90s, and I was copping a load of abuse because people thought that I was saying he should be ashamed.
No, opposite, complete opposite, yeah. Same thing, like people, if you interview people, or South Africans, they'll say, yeah, no. So yes, no, straight after each other.
Yeah.
So you ask them a question, yeah, no, it was a good day today.
See, that's quite Australian, isn't it? Because we say yeah, nah.
Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
It depends.
Yeah.
If you're saying yeah, nah, it means no. But if it's nah, yeah, it's yeah.
I was there in Coogee for a few weeks and at the World Cup, but I wouldn't be an expert on Australian lingo.
You can learn. I'm also just going to ask you to just put this way a little bit, just so you don't hop out of camera. No, I'm a very imposing personality, and people are terrified of me, so they back away. So It's been an incredible year for you so far,
Yeah.
obviously. Making your test debut. Now you've played 3, test 100 as well.
Yeah.
Is there anything that surprised you about test cricket when you played that you weren't expecting?
No, I think going to Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, you know it's going to be hard places to go, and I think that's a great way to put it. Is like, you know, you're going to have to graft 4 runs and wickets. So I think that was a nice, like a proper leveler to make sure that you don't get too high. Yeah, so it was a real tough grind, and I think that's probably the best part about it is you don't want to make it on a green seamer where you can bowl a half volley and get a wicket. I think it was probably tough for us, and it was great to be out there and experience that side of cricket.
What about where you want to be as an all-rounder? Because you know, I've read some stuff where maybe you'd like to move up the batting order. Is that like an aim, or I guess you play so few tests, it's hard to sort of really make a push for that?
No, I'm really happy wherever I am. I think we've got a young team, and the guys are moving and playing really well above me. So I'm really happy to just fit in anywhere, to be honest. Yeah, if it's 6, 7, 8, 9, even 11, I'll go there if it means I get to play a test match. Yeah, as long as the team's doing well, I'm happy to play anywhere.
What's the difference between the feeling or taking 4 wickets in 4 balls in a World Cup, or scoring a maiden test century?
No, test 100 definitely. Yeah, no, it's something that I wanted to get, like just a big score for Ireland, and haven't really done that just of yet. So it was really nice to tick that off and do it in the test matches, the icing on the cake.
Yeah, well, it's amazing that you've done that. Only 3 tests in. There's not many who do get a test century just 3 tests in. So you mentioned your parents being over. It's your grandmother that was the Irish connection, is that right?
Yeah, that is my dad's mum. Yeah, so she was born in Londonderry and then moved over to Port Elizabeth during the war, or just after the war. She was a nurse and met my grandfather. So actually last night had dinner with my dad's sister's family here, so it was really nice too. Nice touch. So yeah, it's been really cool so far.
Were you someone who grew up there with strong knowledge of your Irish roots? Like,
Yeah,
my last
yeah.
name's Farrell, right?
Yeah.
So when we went on, I was a little kid, we'd go on long road trips, and
Yeah.
the fiddly-dee music would be
Yeah.
playing all the way from my dad in
Yeah.
particular. Is that the sort of thing that you?
Yeah, we always had our passports, and we always knew we were gonna always go on holiday and do stuff that side. And I was kind of, when I took up sport, then it was kind of an avenue for when I was going to go into school and stuff like that, to make sure that, right, we can go here, we can go do these things. So yeah, it's definitely always been in the family.
Yeah, and look, it's been told, I know, this story about Niall O'Brien, sort of in passing, asking if you had an Irish passport, and that was how the connection ended up happening. But I've also heard that this story may have been embellished. Tell us the real truth, the
Yeah.
real story. I want to know
Yeah.
what happened.
So, well, the running joke actually is if anyone's a net bowler or plays against in a warm-up game and does really well, everyone goes, do you have an Irish passport? That's the running joke in the team. But basically what happened was we were playing, and Nobby was egging me on to play a few shots against Simi and Andy McBride and trying to get away with it. And I did okay, got a few runs, and then at the end he said, listen, do you have a passport? And I said, yeah, I want to come over and play club cricket in Ireland. And he said, well, I'll get you down to Railway and sort that out. So yes, that's what he did basically, is he kind of facilitated that.
Oh, I'm going to stop you for a second.
Exactly, we
We'll
spoke
just
about it,
pick up.
didn't we? Didn't we speak about it though? As soon as you do an interview, there's trucks and everything going around.
I'm surprised not the ground stuff.
I know, yeah.
So just get you to pick it up.
Yeah.
So net bowlers.
Yeah, so yeah, net bowlers, the running joke is if we play someone and they do really well, we make the joke of, do you have an Irish passport? But basically what happened was we were playing an inter-squad game, and I touched base with them the year before that and trained with them before, and then managed to link up with Graham Ford, and I played an inter-squad game and did really nicely. And then while I was batting, he was keeping, and he just said, listen, Railway don't have a pro, would you be interested in coming over? And that's kind of how it started. And I said, well, I'll come. I won't come over this year because I was in like second year uni. I'll come over the following year. And then that's basically got the ball rolling and chatted to 40. So it is true, but that's kind of the gist of it.
Amazing, just that it could lead to this.
Yeah.
It could lead to you playing a test match at
Yeah.
Lord's. Must be pretty exciting.
Yeah, you wouldn't think of it like 3 years ago to say that I would have played 50 caps for Ireland, played all 3 formats, gone to 2 World Cups, things you dream of. So yeah, just really fortunate and grateful.
Oh, well, you've provided so much entertainment to all of us in all formats of the game now, and I hope you have a fantastic test here at Lord's, and that there is no shame that it's grand.
Cheers, thank you so much.
Beautiful, thank you so
Cheers, thanks so much, no worries.